I'm Jill Martinson, and this is
Myrna Benia.
And we are with K-State Research and Extension, Dickinson County. And we hope that everybody is safe at home and feeling secure. But we know that there's some times that we need to get out into the public, and there's things that we need to do, such as grocery shopping. And so today we wanted to talk about what are those best practices for when you have to leave the house.
Getting properly ready to leave your house goes beyond just washing your hands and getting your mask ready. First, we need to start with making a list. Planning meals ahead of time and making lists of necessary food items reduces time spent wandering through a grocery store and limits your exposure. Meal planning and grocery lists also help cut down on food costs by not impulse buying your groceries. Know where you're going and what you need before you even leave the house.
After you've made your plan, it's time to figure out who needs to go. Many grocery stores are now limiting how many people can be inside at one time, and some are limiting entrance to one per household. It is also highly recommended that children under 16 not go to the store, so if you can, leave kids at home with proper supervision. We understand that not everyone has childcare readily available at home, and sometimes kids have to come to the store with their parent. If this is the case, talk to your child ahead of time. Be honest about the importance of keeping close to the cart, not touching shelves or items, and not touching their face.
Once you made your plan and figured out who needs to go, it's time to physically start preparing. Wash your hands before you go out to try and minimize germs you could be transmitting to others, and grab your face mask. Many stores are sold out of medical grade or N95 masks, but you can still make some at home. KSRE has a great page of resources for patterns and guidelines. We'll put a link in the description box below. These include sewing and no-sew patterns. In a pinch, a bandana folded around a coffee filter is better than no mask at all.
First, fold your bandana in half. Then, fold your coffee filter into a square. This can be a little tricky, so take your time. Put the coffee filter in the middle of your bandana and fold the edges over to overlap. Then, grab some hair ties. You'll thread the hair ties over the end of the bandana and tuck in the extra towards the middle. It can take a little adjusting to find the right spot so your mask fits your face comfortably. If the hair ties aren't working for you, you can always use a paper clip to make them bigger in the back.
Homemade masks don't protect you against contracting the virus, but they do decrease the transmission of the virus. So if everyone at the store wears a mask, they are actively protecting each other.
Your mask should fit snugly around your nose and mouth, but not so tight it cuts off circulation. Breathing in your mask may take some practice, as it does impact your air intake. Try taking a few deep, slow breaths to get used to the feeling. Once your mask is on, do your best not to touch or remove it until you are completely done being outside for the day. Do not remove or lower your mask to speak to people while at the store. If someone doesn't understand you, repeat yourself slower and focus on enunciating through the mask. Myrna, my favorite things are...
What?
Myrna, I've discovered that my favorite things are shopping for non-essential goods, going to restaurants, and touching my face.
Me too!
Please remember, it's not recommended that children under 2 wear a mask, but for ages 3 and up, the CDC recommends masks be worn in public spaces, especially where social distancing is difficult to maintain.
One protective measure that's heavily debated is gloves. Gloves are worn to prevent cross-contamination, and so unless you change your gloves after every single item you touch, they're not truly protecting you from bacteria. However, they can be a useful tool that remind you not to touch your face while you're out.
If you choose to wear gloves, make sure you take them off properly as well. Pinch one glove and pull down over your hand until it is inside out. Then, reach into the interior of the second glove and pull down over your hand until it is also inside out. Do your best not to touch the outside of the gloves with your clean hands.
You have a list and a plan. The smallest possible group is going, and your masks are on. It's time to head to the store. We couldn't film in the store due to their safety precautions, but here are some out-of-the-house tips as well. Many places have set up sanitizing stations inside the doors. Use those to wipe down your cart surfaces from the handlebar to the top and sides of the cart, and use provided gel or foam for your hands. You should sanitize on the way out as well, killing germs you may have picked up at the store. If your shopping trip includes more than one store, make sure you complete this routine at each new location. If you had to bring kids with you and they're old enough to do so, make it a shared responsibility and help teach them how and where to sanitize.
From all of us here at K-State Research and Extension, Dickinson County, we hope this little PSA took a little bit of the stress out of going out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and wash your hands.